Okay, the summer travel season is starting again after being basically shut down for the past 2 years. And a lot of folks are trying to avoid checking bags. Convenience, you get to get through the check-in process a little bit faster. You get to avoid paying the checked bag fees. Everything's getting a lot more costly with travel. People want to travel. They're trying to limit their fees, especially if you're traveling within Europe. The flight is very inexpensive, but they're going to pick up some of that lost cost of the flight through charging you maybe for a better seat or charging you for checking your bag. So one big complication to carrying on a bag and not having to check a bag are liquids. Specifically, what liquids can you carry on and still comply with the rules? Now, in the United States, we have a somewhat confusing rule of thumb called 3-1-1. Now, I'd like for you to stay till the end of the video, not because I want folks to have more minutes of viewing time, but really I think we're imparting some really useful information. So please take that extra 2 minutes and stay to the end, because I think it'll save you a lot of time and frustration, a lot of frustration potentially down the road by just staying that extra 2 minutes. So let's go. So the rule of thumb in the US is 3-1-1. It's a little bit confusing. This means 3.4 ounces per container. So each container can't be larger than 3.4 ounces. Okay, they use 3, but it's actually 3.4. That's where a lot of confusion comes in. Or that's like 110 milliliters. Okay. The bag that the containers are inside of can only be, it's a 1-quart bag. Now this is going to contain your liquids, gels, creams, aerosol, paste. 1-quart bag is, and a lot of the Ziploc bags are really easy. It's a small sandwich bag. I think 7 inches by 8 inches. A small sandwich bag. This, a freezer bag, is not a 1-quart bag, although I'd like to carry it. Now this is something I bought years ago to carry on. It's not a 1-quart bag. It's not a 1-quart bag. And you don't want to find out when you're in line that somebody's a real stickler. And I ran into that once recently where in Europe, he's like, get everything inside here and seal it. It doesn't have the same seal as Ziploc, so I have to shove everything inside there. Not easy. And 1 bag per passenger. So that is our it's 3.4 ounces per bag, 1-quart bag, and 1 per passenger. The size of the bottle is the determining factor, not the content. So remember, it's 110 milliliters, 3.4 ounces. This is 250 milliliters. I can't put this in there. Maybe if I fill only a quarter of this, that would be 60 or 65, something like that, milliliters. No, because the container is 250, it's no. Even though I can get it in my little Irish bag, it's still a no, because the container is too large. So the container needs to be 100 milliliters per container. 50 milliliters, that's okay. 75 milliliters, that's okay. 40 milliliters, that's okay. This is something like 30 milliliters, that's okay. So those are just examples, so you know it all has to fit inside basically a small sandwich bag if you're going to go for this carry-on option. Now, questions come up. Deodorant. Is that a liquid, paste, or gel? Does that have to go in the bag too? Or can I just leave that in my bag and have it go through? I really don't know. You have to do some more research to kind of find out. And it could be something where, depending on the person, who's the screener. Soap, hard soap. Does this need to go inside this bag? I don't know. And TSA will hopefully, they've got a website with lots of useful information. I'm going to put a link below to the 311 portion of it, and hopefully you'll be able to get some answers to some of those subtle questions, because in the summer, deodorant can be helpful for some of us. Now, the thing I really want to add that I think will help you out is keep in mind, these are US rules. That doesn't mean they apply when you're traveling outside the US. So if you're in Europe and you think, I'm going to get a very inexpensive flight from France to Germany, or France to Portugal, or Ireland to somewhere else, really inexpensive, and I don't want to check my bag, I'm going to make this so easy. But then you get to the airport, you've gone through a long security line, and then when you're trying to have your bag screened, they tell you the rules are a little bit different here. Maybe it's not the same bag, and maybe the contents of the bag are not the same as it is here. Maybe they want you to check everything. And it's going to differ. The EU might, between countries, everyone has a different mask requirement right now. So you need to check individually within each country to see specifically what their requirements are at the time when you're going in there, because you don't want to be surprised that you've bought all these cute bottles, but they don't want you to check these bottles in the bag. They want you to put these inside of your luggage. So I hope this video helps. I think it's a lot of useful information. Hopefully it gives a clear explanation of the 311. It's not really 311, it's 3.411. The 1 quart bag, that should really come first. Each container should only be 100 milliliters or 3.4 ounces per container, and 1 bag per passenger. So it's not really 311. It's really 131. So, or 113, something like that. It took me a long time. I worked in a store that dealt with storage and organization for a long time. We got a lot of good information that we gave to people, and hopefully this information helps you out and saves you some frustration down the road, so you have a great summer and a great travel season. Peace. Oh, remember to like and subscribe, so hopefully this video will help someone else out.